What's up, y'all? Welcome back to This With The News. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. If you are new here and you like what you see throughout the video, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can join our community and stay updated on everything I got going on. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about love and marriage. Let's talk about love and Marriage Huntsville because okay. First off, I want to start off by saying that the girls trip, it lasted for too long. As far as episodes, what was it, like 3 episodes? We didn't need 3 episodes of that girls trip. It was too boring. Like, where is the, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it, don't like it. Wasn't feeling it, don't like it. Like, I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't giving like fun girls trip. Like, it was giving retreat. I don't think they signed up for a retreat. Like, please. Like, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. And it was disappointing. So, I just want to talk about that real quick. So, the white dinner. The episode starts off with them having the white dinner, which is the last dinner before they go back home. Sunny sitting next to Destiny. Girl, what the fuck? Why would... I'm trying to... Let me... Excuse my language. I'm trying to stop cussing, y'all. But when people do stuff like that, it'd be like, what the... Why are you sitting by this girl and you know she don't like you, and you know, even if you say you don't have no problem with her for real, you know she has a problem with you. Like, why? For me, it gave like antagonizing energy. And I get it, yeah, they're grown women, they should be able to sit next to each other, but not if me and you ain't getting if we ain't getting along right now. Please find somewhere else to sit. Please don't do that to me, because now we're gonna have a problem. Like, what's that about? Next, so because of that, what's the girl name? Mel did ask Mel did ask Sunny to move because she didn't want nothing popping off at the dinner, which is understandable. Like, so she had her friends switch with her, which I like that because it seemed like she was, you know, having her back. And yeah, so I love that they could kumbaya and kind of like pull it together for the sake of the show. Like, you feel me? Because one thing I can say is when it's just a whole bunch of arguing on a show and a whole bunch of rah, it doesn't film a good show. Like, I personally don't want to see grown women arguing 24/7. Like, I want to see them having fun. I think that they should bring that type of stuff back on TV shows. Like, the only thing that sells is not drama. I'm sorry, it don't. Everybody, and you know, a little drama here and there, of course. Who doesn't want that? But like, just drama throughout the whole show? No. So I'm happy that they was able to kumbaya and talk it out and, you know, for the most part, get along on a girls trip and during the last dinner. That was cool. I can understand why Destiny was feeling some type of way about the dinners, because Mel had asked her like, well, why? Like, Destiny, what's going on? You know, you kind of quiet. You didn't clap or anything.
Destiny, you disagree? Oh, okay. Because you're just sitting there like this. You didn't clap. You didn't say. You just...
I mean, I don't have to do everything everybody do.
I'm just saying.
I don't disagree that this has been a good trip and you've done a good job as a host, but it's like the Twilight Zone. Like, oh my God, you're amazing. Everything you do is perfect. And like, can we just be ourselves? Can we be real? Can we sit in a moment and enjoy and everybody be on the same playing field? I don't know. This is too much ass kissing for me.
And she was like, well, I kind of felt some type of way about that talk that y'all had when we was on the boat. Like,
Today, when I had to listen to my friends ask Sunny about having children with my ex. As a woman, like, I think y'all would know that that's a hard conversation to have in front of someone. So that was a low.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, on behalf of the whole group, apologize because I don't think that's what any of us want to do.
Destiny, that was not no dig, I promise you.
But as a woman, like, you gotta think first, like, as my friend too.
All of us don't always think first.
Oh, yes,
so
true. That's very true.
I apologize. We all have made mistakes. I don't like when everybody don't get along. And I know we're not gonna always get along, but Sonny's here. that don't mean I still love you.
Yeah. I think we were just all talking about children and kids, and it just naturally became a question. But the good thing is she apologized. I heard her say, I receive it. So, you know, that's another boundary we know about, which is great.
I think if people can start just acknowledge.
Like, it's uncomfortable for y'all to be asking this girl who's with my ex, who was also my friend, on if she's having babies and how she feel about having babies with my ex. Like, I'd be so shocked that people be like, I'm shocked that people are so comfortable to have them discussions, just because I feel like my friend group would never. First off, my friend group wouldn't even invite the girl on a trip. But of course, they all not friends for real. Like, they all kind of got their problems. Destiny and Mel is not really even that cool for real like that. And Sunny is somebody who is new into the group, and I'm pretty sure that is probably like some strings pulled by production just so it could have some like drama effect for the show. So I get that part, but like I said, I understand 100% why Destiny was mad, because yeah, I'm not gonna be in a happy mood and y'all was just having this uncomfortable ass conversation in front of me. Like, I'm supposed to be cool with that. I'm not. Hello? Okay, and if y'all, I'm looking now because I got notes on my phone. So I said, I can understand why Sunny was feeling some type of way at the dinner. I wouldn't want to sit and be happy and married after hearing y'all ask my op about children with my ex. What's not clicking, Steven? Sunny acts so delusional in the way she acts, and it's very off-putting. Like, I don't understand why Sunny act like that. Like,
I think if people can start just acknowledging that certain people have been betrayed, or, you know, certain things have happened, that you can really move past it. But if we keep staying in denial, then that's the hard part.
That's really funny that you use that word betrayal, because you denied that for a very long time.
I wasn't your friend, so I don't feel like I really
This is why
you.
When you give your apology and then you give me that energy, it means nothing.
But I was really talking to Mel.
I'm addressing what you just said.
What energy did I give you?
What you just gave me was real stank.
Was it?
It was. Yes, it was. I'm gonna be honest, it was. So, real, you know, y'all know I'm keeping it up. You did respond with a little facial expression, with a little too. It was.
It's been moments on this trip this entire time that you've been giving me that same energy.
Like, she'd be like, oh, was I being stank? Girl, yes. Like, you don't feel your facial expressions? And she always got that, let me stop. She always do that damn face. Like, girl, yes, you're being shady. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, you're being ill. Yes, you're being all that. Like, and you expect me to sit here and try to be cool, and then you want to sit next to me having that attitude? Like, no, please, girl, go over there before you get booped. Like, please, stop playing. Please stop playing. Like, the delusion, Lord. The delusion with all of it is crazy. Like, you're way too grown to be that delusional. Like, you understand why she was bothered. I just need sometimes for people to put themselves in the other person's shoes and see how they would feel. That would make you understand a person completely and where they come from. And we learned that in what? Kindergarten? Fuck? First grade? Excuse my language. Again, we learned that way back when. So that should be instilled in you. You should know to put yourself in somebody's shoes so you can understand where they're coming from. In the end all be all, I feel like Sunny is just trying too hard to defend something that's indefensible. Like, you can't defend that action. I don't care. Like, especially when y'all didn't even let me know. Like, I literally found out with the rest of the world, and then I found out after y'all already got married. Like, Like, I just be confused as to why everybody just act the way they act with that situation, honestly. And then when a man be kind of trying to crack jokes, like, what's his name, husband was like, I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but was saying like, oh, both of your women are there. Like, that's not funny. Why are we cracking jokes? Because wasn't y'all cheating on your wives, allegedly? Yeah, please. Please stop. Trisha and Ken had lunch and talked about the girls' trip and the Martell stuff. And basically, Ken was like, I'm tired of hearing about that shit. Like, I'm tired of hearing about the Martell shit, which I completely understand, because baby, me too.
I wanted to come and tell her face to face and tell her, no, there was nothing between me and Martell. Right. There was nothing going to be between me and Martell. I was separated, y'all was separated.
I don't want to hear no more of it for real, because it's really starting to get annoying.
Yeah,
because
that is.
They trying to make it look like you was cheating on your husband. They trying to make it seem like I'm, you know, the number one side piece. And it's just...
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. It's
Which
annoying.
is crazy.
You know, I was with the guys, and you know that was one of the topics that came up, the whole Martell situation. And I'm like, dude, first of all, it happened before me. The only issue I ever had and will ever have is the communication between you and I. If something happens or something did happen, you know, you let me know. But I feel like me and him gonna have to have a conversation about it, because I feel like he kind of played into it and made it seem like it was more, when as a man, if I ain't never been with a woman, I ain't gonna try to make it seem like I have.
Me too. I am tired of hearing about it. I think Trisha was trying so hard to like not have this narrative put out there, but because you denied it in the first place, the narrative is now there. If you would have just owned it up to it and be like, yeah, I came to his house because I was just going to train him and this and this and that, it wouldn't look so bad. But usually when somebody is telling a different story than the actual story is because they're trying to hide something. So that's another person who lives in delusion sometimes. And I don't even want to be like that, because I like Trish initially and I don't dislike her. And once again, I don't know these people. I'm talking about the character that they play on this reality show. I don't dislike her, but I feel like she's delusional in the way she acts sometimes, in a way that, and the fact that she be like so appalled or so like, oh my gosh, like that they think the way they think about that situation is because it's your fault that they think like that. Like if you would have kept it 100 in the first beginning, nobody would have any reason to question her. You and Martell had dealings outside of you just wanting to train him or he wanting to get trained by you. Like it's that simple, like for real. Then they talk about the stuff with her husband and her husband, who was now her ex-husband, because he did sign the papers, which we will get into. I mean, she signed the papers, which we will get into, but at that time, her husband, and how him and Ken kind of needs to get on the same page, and all three of them really need to get on the same page regarding the kids and just everything in a relationship and closing that chapter so they can finish their chapter and all that stuff. I know a lot of people, especially this episode, they talked about like how she is still married but in a relationship or engaged to Ken, and it's like, trust me, I get what they're saying, but I feel like it's not a problem if you're in a relationship while being separated, as long as the separation is like, you're not giving the other person hope, like, oh, maybe we can get back together, or if you're not hiding it from the person that you're now with, like, you're not married. I feel like that's okay. If your person know that you're getting separated, you're still married, and they okay with that, what's the problem? If your ex, who's soon to be ex-husband, knows that you moved on and know that there's no more hope for your relationship, what's the problem? Like, I don't understand why they keep dwelling on that. Like, that shit is, people do that. It's like, it's a preference. If you prefer to do that, if you don't. They just be harping on some stuff that just be like, why does it have to be harped this way? Like, why do y'all have to harp on and make things such a big deal? That don't need to be a big deal. I just don't be understanding that for real. Kimmy is back home from the trip, and her and Maurice are having a conversation about, you know, all the stuff that happened on the trip. And they did speak about the incident with Nell when they first got there. Now, I feel like Nell is just one of those people, again, who's just a fucking excuse my language, who is just a character, like, on the show. Like, I feel like she ups it for the cameras. Absolutely. I don't know her personally, so I don't know that to be 100% true, but that is my opinion on her. I just feel like she's over animated, and I kind of find it hard to believe that that's how she is in real life. Because, and don't get me wrong, I like Nell. I think she's cool. I think she's, you know, she brings something to the show, of course. But she just seemed over animated, and I feel like she put on. My opinion. Don't have to agree, but that's my opinion. So yeah, they talk about that, and then they talk about Trisha and how Maurice and the boys had a conversation, and Martell said that he didn't do anything with Trisha. He invited her over, and when she came over, he realized she wasn't as bad as she thought she was. Basically saying she didn't look good enough to boot knock. Boy, please. First off, now, he's talking about she didn't look as good as she do now. I feel like if it gets to the point where you invited somebody over to your house, you think she look good enough. What are we talking about? And since when has a man ever needed a woman to look good for them to hit? Please. Boy, please. That was like, what the fuck? And that, I don't know. All the excuses and everything that they keep having is another reason why I feel like it's more to the story. And I wish they would just be adults about it and talk about it. Because now it's on the show. And you knew what you was getting into, Trisha, when you signed up. You knew this man was already on this show. You knew this was going to be eventually brought up. Because y'all know they dig high and low for some shit. They be trying to find some shit. They do. And rightfully so, because y'all clearly ain't gonna tell it. So what's tea? Like, what's really going on? They think that everybody should have a sit down and they should talk about it. I don't know why they mean everybody. I think if anything, it should be Martell and Ken and Trisha. That's it. The whole fucking group of people do not need to be there for them to have a sit down. Like, they don't. Now, Tisha and Marcel are at home and they start having a conversation about the trip as well. Tisha goes on to tell Marcel how her and Shanita had words. You know, of course, Shanita called her op. They had that whole debacle. Shanita told Mel that she shouldn't trust Tisha, which, in my opinion, shit, at least she said it in front of you. A lot of these girls like to talk behind each other back, said when they're not there, at least she said that shit right in front of your ass. And then Marcel goes on to tell her that she needs to not mess with that girl. And what I didn't like is because Tisha said that Shanita looked like a man. Girl, why? Because she tall? Because he was like, you talking about she a little tall? He was like, she said, yeah, look like a man. She don't look like a man. That girl do not look like a man. Like that. Tisha get on my nerves sometimes because she one of those people who she talk the smack and then try to hide behind the smack. Like, no. I feel like she don't stand on 10, and then I feel like she pick and choose what she want to give her, you know. And yeah, I don't know. Tisha she be irritating me. Now, Trisha and Marcel did touch on something that was very interesting to me, and they was talking about how Martell had said that she came over to his house to train. Did I say Trisha? Tisha. Tisha and Marcel was talking about something very interesting, and Martell basically said that Trisha came over to his house to train him, but the men don't have a gym at his house. But then he said she came over to train, but they ended up watching the movie. Trisha's story was always, at first she didn't ever go to his house. Then it was, I came to his house and to train him, but that makes sense. How the hell you train somebody with no equipment? When she trained Tisha, they was at the gym, getting it in. Why is... Once again, like I said, it's just making her look in him, look like some absolute liar. Something's missing. What's missing? What's tea?